Hey guys, it's today's hate comment burning from Peppy Knows All. Wow, I hate you. Everything you make is shit, and you have no idea what you're doing. So the person who can't even upload a video. And you can't even upload in HD. Can't even upload a video. What are you editing on? A potato? No, I'm uploading on a computer, not a potato. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, as I told you in the video, use this to make my fishing pole. As well as this is the string. I should be using fishing string, but I don't feel like it. So let's go make our fishing pole. Basically, what I'm going to do is take my stick, wrap this around on the end, so it doesn't really move. Then I lace my string through this hole. And now I have my fly fishing rod. I'm not going to be catching any fish, but you get the idea. Fishing, you know. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a spring snare. Very basic snare, very modifiable. Hell, you can even modify it to catch fish. But I'll probably put a little snippet in the video about a little thing how that modifies. Pretty much how you make a spring snare is that you take the sapling, then you pretty much fuck up your sapling a good spot, like right there. Now I'm using a hair frame knife to make this. You don't need that part. But what we pretty much need is the springy part of the sapling. You want to break everything off, that way it's going to spring it back as fast as possible. Then what you want to do is carve some notches in the top. These notches are great because that is where you put your string for your snare. Making notches does take a little bit of extra time, but that's woodland life. Everything takes time. You live in the slow lane. Fast lane is for civilization, bitches. So once you have your notch down, then what you do is you take your string, you tie it around that notch. The notch is there so that way it doesn't go flying off. But I believe it is best to make a noose knot. Actually, I'll show you how to make a noose knot. That way you can kill yourself if you're up for it. I mean that's your choice, not mine, but if you want to do that. Pretty much what you do is you wrap it in a loop like this, make another loop, fold it inwards, and you tie it up like that. This will also be the same loop that you can use for your snare. I prefer also to use it for this part. You can get a nice tight end on it. Then what you pretty much do is you set it up to go into your snare area. Now right here is a great area for snaring because there's the tree and the log, which funnels the animal in to your snare area. Makes so that way there's not a lot of other area they can get around it. But I'll check back in you when I make the rest part of the snare, because carving notches takes a good bit of time. Alright guys, so I finally made the notches in the stick that we're going to use. This is the stick that we're going to use to put on the notches. Carved it with this little knife. As you can tell, it's all dirtied up. A bit easier than I was expecting it to be, honestly. But I'm going to put this away for now. Don't really need it. And what we do now is we take our pegs. We face the notches away from our main snare, or the spring. We're going to hammer these in.
Now, this is one of the best moments to wear your survival fedora because you never know when a wound might sneak up on you. Pretty much what happens now is this goes in the notches, which hold it there. You can see here.
Now, I'm not sure how well this dirt's going to hold up though, because it's not very good dirt. What I pretty much do now is I'm going to take this, find the length I want. Should be about right here. And take a little bit extra away from it to add some power to it. So right about there would be a good enough amount of power. I'm going to wrap this around and tie another knot. Just a basic granny knot will do. Because this is demonstration purposes, I'm not going to cut off the string. We take this down, we put it in our notch, if the notches will hold up. Alright guys, now this isn't a very good snare, but it's good enough to do the demonstration. Most actual good snares take a long time, but this is where the loop would go. It'd be an actual snare. Now when animals get snared, they like to run away because they're being hung. Honestly, I wouldn't like to be hung either, so I'd run away as well. So what happens, the animal runs away. They get snared up. Pretty simple concept. You can make it as powerful as you want based off of how much length you use. Now you can either attach it to the middle or you can attach it to the side. Doesn't matter which one. Both activates it. Hangs your animal. Pretty much is like a regular snare, but instead it almost guarantees the animal to be hung. Pretty much all that's really to it. So this is actually the nylon string from my survival pack, just to prove that it is an actual survival pack and I can actually use it. Peace, bros.